Before you start earning, spending, or investing, there are important money lessons that everyone should know. Sadly, these lessons are rarely taught in schools. Most of what we learn about managing money comes from our own experiences or from observing others. Schools and technical institutions focus on teaching us the basic skills needed to function in the job market, like understanding everyday concepts. However, lessons about managing money and navigating life often come from personal experiences, which require you to take risks and try things out. Without trying new things, it's hard to gain the experiences that teach us these vital lessons. To help, we've gathered some valuable money tips from experienced investors. Today, I want to discuss 20 important lessons that schools don't usually teach. My goal is to help you develop the right mindset so that when you finish high school, you're prepared to succeed and thrive in life. These are the 20 key lessons I believe everyone should learn. Number 1. How money works. When most kids finish high school, one of the first things they often do is get a credit card. Unfortunately, many end up spending more than they can afford, leading to maxed out credit cards and serious debt. I was one of those people. I ended up with $49,000 in debt, and it took me years to pay it off. It was a tough experience that set me back in life. The problem is that no one ever sat me down to explain how credit cards work. I didn't know about interest rates, how they can quickly add up, or how to use a credit card responsibly. If someone had taught me these basics, I could have avoided a lot of stress and financial trouble. While some schools do touch on these topics, it's usually not enough. Unless you're lucky enough to have an exceptional teacher who goes the extra mile, you're unlikely to get the financial education you really need. Most teachers don't dive deep into how credit cards work, how interest rates can affect you, or even how to invest in things like mutual funds. Without this knowledge, it's easy to make financial mistakes that can have long-lasting effects. Number 2, how to negotiate. Negotiating is different from selling, and it's a valuable skill that can make a big difference in life. That's why I teach my kids how to negotiate from a young age. For example, if one of them asks, "Dad, can I watch a movie tonight?" I don't just say yes or no. Instead, I ask, "Why do you think you deserve to watch a movie?" This makes them think and present their case. They might say something like, "Well, you asked me to do a chore earlier, and I did it. Yesterday, I finished my homework, my grades have improved, I've been practicing my shots, and I did something nice the other day. So I think I've earned the right to watch a movie." If they give good reasons and make a solid argument, I'll agree and let them watch the movie. By doing this, they're learning how to negotiate in a way that's fair and reasonable. They understand that they need to justify what they're asking for, rather than just expecting to get it. This is important because throughout their lives, they'll need to negotiate in many situations, whether it's in their careers and relationships, or even in everyday situations. Teaching kids how to negotiate helps them develop critical thinking and communication skills. They learn how to present their case, listen to others, and find solutions that work for everyone involved. It's a skill that will serve them well in the future, no matter what they do. By the way, if you're finding this video helpful and want more content like this, comment more below. Let's keep going. Number 3, how to start a business. In America and in many other countries, we live in a system that supports free enterprise and capitalism. This means that people who start and own businesses often benefit the most financially. A good example is Elon Musk, who recently became the richest person in the world, surpassing Jeff Bezos. Both of these men are entrepreneurs, Musk with Tesla and Bezos with Amazon. Their success shows the power of entrepreneurship. Now imagine if schools took the time to teach students about entrepreneurship. What if there was a semester dedicated to inspiring kids, where teachers said, "Look, I don't know if you want to start a business someday, but if you do, here are some things you need to know." What if every high school had a class where students had to create and run a small business as part of their grade? For example, students could be asked to start a business and try to make $500 to earn an A. If they made $250, they'd get a B, and if they made $1,000, they'd earn an A+. The idea would be to give them a product to sell and see what they can achieve. To make sure this is fair, the grading wouldn't just be based on how many people in their immediate circle, like friends or family, buy from them. Instead, students would need to reach out and sell to people they don't know, teaching them how to market and expand beyond their comfort zone. What if this class also encouraged teamwork? Students could work together to start a business, learning not just how to sell, but how to collaborate, solve problems, and manage a project from start to finish. Their grades would be based on their actual results, what they could accomplish in the real world, not just on tests or papers. This kind of hands-on experience could be incredibly valuable. Imagine how much a student could learn from running their own business at a young age. They'd gain confidence, understand the basics of entrepreneurship, and see firsthand what it takes to succeed. Even if they don't end up becoming entrepreneurs, they'd carry those lessons with them into whatever career they choose. Number 4, how to sell. Learning how to sell is important because it helps in almost every part of life. Whether you're trying to impress someone you're dating, get a job, convince your boss for a raise, or apply for a scholarship, you're essentially selling yourself or your ideas. Now picture if there was a class where students spent the whole year learning different selling techniques. They could practice selling various things like products or ideas to each other. For example, they might have exercises where they try to sell a pen, a car, or even a piece of real estate. At just 14 years old, if kids had this kind of training, it would teach them valuable skills. They would learn how to communicate effectively, understand what makes people interested, and how to persuade others. These skills are useful not only for future jobs, but also for everyday situations where convincing others is key. By learning how to sell from a young age, students would develop confidence and become better at presenting themselves and their ideas. They would be well prepared for many aspects of life where selling and persuasion play a role. Number 5, taxes, how taxes work. Teaching about taxes is crucial because it helps individuals make informed financial decisions and avoid surprises. Taxes are a fundamental part of life, and knowing how they work can aid in managing your money more effectively. There are different types of taxes, including federal taxes paid to the national government, state taxes paid to the state where you live, local taxes paid to your city or county, and health-related taxes like Social Security and Medicare. Entrepreneurs often benefit from paying fewer taxes due to the ability to claim more expenses and create jobs, while employees generally pay a higher proportion of their income in taxes. Moreover, understanding that some states have lower tax rates than others can influence important decisions, such as where to attend college or start a career. By learning about taxes in advance, individuals can better plan their finances and make strategic choices about where to live and work. For high school students, this knowledge becomes particularly useful when they get their first job and begin paying taxes. Overall, having a grasp of how taxes work helps prevent financial surprises and equips individuals to manage their earnings wisely. Number 6, how to think for yourself. Learning to think for yourself is crucial because peer pressure can be overwhelming and pervasive. Throughout your life, especially during your teenage years, you'll encounter people who may try to influence you to engage in activities that aren't always good for you. This can include anything from smoking and drinking to using drugs or participating in risky behaviors. Often, these individuals might use persuasive tactics, suggesting that no one will know, or it's not a big deal, which can make it harder to resist their influence. To counteract this, it's essential to develop the ability to think independently. This means being able to make your own decisions rather than simply following what others are doing. One effective way to prepare for this is by discussing potential scenarios you might face. For instance, imagine being offered drugs or pressured to participate in illegal activities. By talking about these situations beforehand, you can think through how you would handle them. This preparation can make you more confident in your decisions and help you resist peer pressure when it arises. Creating a supportive environment where you can openly discuss these issues is also important. For example, in a classroom setting, teachers or mentors can facilitate discussions about the pressures students might face. They can ask questions like, how would you handle someone trying to convince you to use drugs? And encourage students to share their thoughts. This not only helps students articulate their strategies, but also provides insight into their experiences and concerns. I had the opportunity to work with high school students who were facing significant peer pressure. Over 6 months, I met with them weekly to discuss their challenges and experiences. The students, some of whom were in particularly difficult situations, such as dealing with drug issues or personal problems, opened up because they had a safe and supportive space to do so. Their willingness to share highlighted how much pressure they faced, often more intense than what I experienced as a teenager. This experience demonstrated that today's youth encounter even greater pressure than previous generations. The key takeaway is the importance of providing a safe space where young people feel comfortable discussing their struggles. By fostering an open dialogue and preparing them for the challenges they might face, we can help them navigate peer pressure more effectively and make better choices for themselves. Number 7, how to process issues, a problem-solving formula. To effectively address any problem, you can use a systematic approach. Start by clearly identifying the issue you're facing. For example, if there's a sudden problem at school or in your personal life, begin by defining what the problem is. Next, outline a step-by-step plan. First, decide on an initial action, such as gathering information or understanding the situation. Then determine a follow-up action, which might involve consulting with others or seeking additional advice. Involving your peers in the process can provide valuable perspectives. Share the problem with them and ask for their suggestions. Organize them into groups and let each group propose potential solutions. For instance, Group A might offer one approach while Group B suggests a different one. Evaluate these solutions together and choose the most effective one. Recognize the best solution with a reward, such as giving points to the group that came up with it. Imagine applying this method in a high school setting. Students could discuss current events, political issues, or challenges in the economy and work together to find solutions. This kind of problem-solving approach would engage students more deeply and help them develop critical thinking skills from a young age. By regularly addressing real-world issues and brainstorming solutions, students would be better prepared to handle future challenges and make informed decisions. Number 8, how to make millions. Imagine a high school with 4,000 students and 8,000 parents. Some of these parents are successful in their careers. What if we asked some of these parents to volunteer 8 hours a year to teach students how they achieve success? If we could get 10, 20, or even 40 parents to do this, that would add up to 320 hours of lessons. Each parent could share their unique business experiences. For example, if a parent runs a successful dry cleaning business, they might explain how they started, grew their business, and managed their employees. This kind of personal storytelling can be very engaging. Imagine a classroom where one day a parent talks about their successful dry cleaning business. Another day, a parent discusses their real estate ventures, and another day, someone talks about running a car dealership or a dental practice. Each parent could outline their business strategies and answer students' questions. Learning directly from successful people in this way is much more interactive than watching videos online, where you can't ask questions. In a classroom, students can engage in real conversations, ask for more details, and get immediate feedback. This hands-on learning could help students understand how they might achieve success themselves, sparking their interest in different careers and giving them practical insights into making millions. Thanks for watching so far. We appreciate your support and hope you're finding this content valuable. If you're enjoying the video, please take a moment to subscribe and hit the like button. Your feedback helps us know we're making a difference and motivates us to keep creating more great content for you. Okay, let's continue now. Number 9, how to lead. Teaching kids how to lead is important because they will face many situations where leadership skills are needed. Whether it's dealing with conflicts, standing up to peer pressure, or making tough choices, knowing how to lead can make a big difference. Imagine every student understanding that leadership is crucial in all aspects of life. By learning from the experiences of well-known leaders, students can see how these figures faced challenges and made decisions. For instance, you could study 50 different leaders, examining their struggles, choices, and successes. This helps students understand what effective leadership looks like and how it can be applied in various situations. You could also teach students about key leadership qualities like communication, empathy, and decision-making. Providing them with books and studying famous leaders' personalities can deepen their understanding of what it means to lead. In essence, teaching leadership skills prepares students to handle difficult situations and encourages them to take charge in a positive way. Leadership is not just for those in high positions. It's a valuable skill for everyone in everyday life. Number 10, how to marry and how to date. Dating can be confusing because there's no guidebook on how to do it right. Most people start dating by just noticing someone they find attractive. As the relationship develops, Things like holding hands and kissing happen naturally, but often people don't really understand what's going on or how to handle it. Many kids don't talk to their parents about dating, so they might feel lost. Imagine if there was a safe space where students could discuss dating openly. They could talk about questions like, how should you approach dating? What qualities should you look for in a partner? What types of people should you avoid? When is the right time to consider marriage? By asking these questions and letting students share their thoughts, you can create an environment where they feel comfortable exploring these topics. For instance, some students might express skepticism about marriage, and discussing their reasons can lead to deeper conversations. Others might share their views on what makes a good relationship. You could also invite parents to share their experiences. For example, one parent could talk about their 28-year marriage and what has worked for them. Another might discuss the lessons learned from their first marriage and what has improved in their second one. Hearing real-life experiences can help students understand different perspectives and learn practical advice about dating and relationships. Number 11, how a degree might be the worst investment. Getting a college degree used to be the main way to stand out in the job market. But today, there are many other ways to build your personal brand and make yourself more valuable to employers. Consider that a degree might cost around $100,000 and take 4 years to complete. There are alternative methods that cost much less and take less time, yet can significantly boost your credibility. For example, writing a successful book can quickly build your reputation. There are other affordable and time-efficient ways to enhance your personal brand. You could get certifications, find mentors in your industry, do public speaking, start a related nonprofit, or write for media outlets. While a degree can still be valuable in some fields, exploring these alternative paths can often offer a better return on your investment in terms of personal credibility. Number 12, how to make more as an entrepreneur than as an employee. In traditional schooling, the primary focus is often on preparing students for conventional employment. This means teaching students to follow instructions, work diligently, and fit into a corporate structure. This approach trains individuals to be reliable employees who contribute to the system by paying taxes and supporting the economy. This path is crucial and beneficial for many people, as it provides stability and structure. However, it's essential to recognize that this isn't the only route to financial success. Entrepreneurship presents an alternative that can offer substantial benefits. Instead of being restricted by a fixed salary and working for someone else, entrepreneurs create their own opportunities. By starting their own businesses or engaging in entrepreneurial ventures, they have the chance to earn far more than what might be possible through traditional employment. Entrepreneurship allows for greater financial potential and flexibility. Entrepreneurs aren't limited by a set paycheck. Instead, their income can grow based on their efforts, innovations, and business success. For example, while a typical employee might see a steady but limited income, an entrepreneur could potentially earn 10 to 100 times more, depending on their business's success and scalability. Moreover, entrepreneurship provides the freedom to shape one's career and financial future. It offers opportunities to be creative, take risks, and explore new markets, which can lead to significant financial rewards. This path also allows for more control over one's work environment and schedule, leading to greater personal satisfaction and growth. Number 13, how to focus on return on time as a metric. Traditional schools often teach students to value their work based on how much they earn per hour as an employee. However, if you switch to being an entrepreneur, you can set up a system where you make money through others or technology, which can increase your earnings beyond what you'd make working alone. For example, imagine a teenager who starts a yard work business for neighbors. At first, the teen works directly for the neighbors and earns $20 per hour. If they work 8 hours a day, they make $160. This is similar to being an employee, as their income is directly tied to the hours they work. But if the teen becomes an entrepreneur, they can hire other neighborhood kids to do the work. Suppose the teen hires others for $10 per hour. The teen pays them and keeps the difference. For instance, if the teen charges $20 per hour and pays $10 to each worker, they make $10 per hour in profit. So if the teen hires workers and gets several clients, they can earn much more. If the teen finds new clients and hires more workers, their profits can grow quickly. For example, by finding one new client each week and paying workers $10 per hour, the teen could potentially double their earnings to $320 in 4 weeks. If they continue to add more clients, their earnings could grow even more. Scaling up the business involves challenges like managing workers, buying equipment, and taking risks. But by tackling these challenges, the potential earnings can be much higher than if they worked alone. Number 14, conflict resolution. In life, you'll encounter conflicts with just about everyone, whether it's with someone you're dating, family members, friends, teachers, coaches, or teammates. Conflicts are a normal part of life. Imagine if, for an entire year, students were taught how to handle these conflicts effectively. They could learn strategies for resolving issues and how to lead others through tough situations. This kind of education would equip them with valuable skills for dealing with disagreements and challenges. By combining lessons on conflict resolution with leadership training, students would be better prepared to manage conflicts and lead others. This kind of training could help develop strong future leaders who are skilled in handling disputes and guiding people. Number 15, how to understand the real cost of spending. When you spend money on things beyond your basic needs, you're using up the difference between what you earn and what you spend. For example, if you earn $3,200 a month after taxes and your essential expenses, like rent, bills, and groceries, total $3,100, you're saving $100 each month. If you can cut your expenses down to $2,700, you'll save an extra $400 a month. This extra saving can help you reach financial goals like retirement or financial freedom much faster. Think of it this way. Every time you spend on non-essential items, you're using up the gap between your income and your necessary expenses. If your essential expenses are $2,700 and you save $500, but then you increase your spending by $300, your savings drop by 60%, from $500 to $200. This happens even though $300 is just 10% of your total expenses. In short, after covering your essential expenses, the remaining money is what you can save or invest. Before spending any of this leftover amount, it's important to consider how it impacts your long-term financial goals. Number 16, an objective view on politics. To help students understand different viewpoints, bring in a confident Republican, a confident Democrat, and a confident independent to discuss and debate their perspectives. Let the students listen to these debates and make their own judgments about which side they agree with or prefer. For example, at Oxford University in India, students learn how to debate by first understanding the other side's arguments before presenting their own. Imagine if we taught students some basic rules for effective debating, like respecting others' opinions and accepting that you won't always be right. Learning these skills could help reduce conflicts and misunderstandings, making it less likely that people will be swayed by divisive media or fall into unnecessary arguments. Number 17, how your resume might not be as important as you think. College might make you think that having a strong resume is the key to landing a job, but that's not always the case. A friend of mine struggled to find a job after graduating. He sent out over 300 applications and never even got an interview. So he decided to create a fake resume, claiming he graduated from a top university with a perfect GPA and had other impressive qualifications just to test if it would help him get noticed. Despite submitting this fake resume to several job applications, he still didn't get any interviews. From my experience, having a strong network is far more valuable than just a resume. If you have connections who believe in you, they can recommend you to potential employers and give you a chance, even if your resume isn't perfect. Your network can help you get job opportunities and endorse your skills when you work hard and are passionate about what you do. Number 18, how to vote. When it comes to voting today, it can feel tricky. You might worry about saying the wrong thing or offending someone, especially when discussing candidates like Trump or Biden. But understanding how and why you should vote is really important. Voting is your chance to have a say in how your country is run. Whether you're voting for the president, your governor, a senator, or a local mayor, each vote helps shape decisions that affect your life and your community. You might think, I'm just one person. Does my vote really matter? It absolutely does. Every vote counts, and your voice is important. Voting is not just a right, but a powerful tool to influence change. Think about it this way. In some countries, people don't have the freedom to vote or express their opinions. Here, you have the opportunity to make your voice heard. Learning about voting, its history, its impact, and how to use it effectively empowers you to take part in shaping your community and country. Number 19, how to parent. Why don't we teach kids about parenting from a young age? This is something they could start thinking about earlier in their lives. By introducing parenting concepts early on, children can begin to form their own ideas about how they would want to raise their future children. Understanding parenting involves learning about the responsibilities and challenges of guiding and nurturing others. Starting these lessons early helps kids develop empathy and responsibility and prepares them for the demands of parenthood if they choose to become parents one day. It can also foster a sense of maturity and help them make informed decisions about their future family life. Discussing parenting concepts can lay a foundation for better family dynamics and healthier relationships in the long run. Number 20, how to deal with failure and how to lose. You might wonder why it's important to teach people about losing, heartbreak, being fired, or dealing with rejection. The reason is that these experiences are a natural part of life. Since setbacks are inevitable, we need to learn how to handle them just as much as we learn about success. When you win, it's important not to brag or make others feel bad. Instead, you should acknowledge that everyone did their best and move on. Different cultures have their own ways of teaching what winning and losing mean, and it's crucial to understand that losing is part of life. A healthy competitive spirit is valuable. It's essential to always put in your best effort. The worst feeling is losing when you know you didn't try your hardest. If you give your best and still lose, there's no shame in that. It just means you faced a stronger opponent, and you should focus on improving so you can come back stronger next time. Imagine if schools taught these important life lessons along with traditional subjects. While chemistry, biology, history, and other subjects are important, learning how to handle life's challenges could be even more valuable. These lessons help build real-life skills and develop strong leaders. Traditional classes often focus on memorization, but these skills are practical and useful for the rest of your life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. For more informative content on finance, entrepreneurship, and self-improvement, subscribe to our Voice of Wealth channel. We post new videos every other day to help you succeed in various aspects of life. Have a great day and see you in the next one.